Morning. Oh, we're going to have some fun today. I'm having some fun today. I don't know if y'all going to have fun today. I'm having fun today. I am on my favorite topic today. Y'all remember this song? Y'all remember this? Can you hear it? Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. Cause we like the monkey around. Cause we like the... I can't hit the highs. Y'all remember that song? Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. Cause we like the monkey around. Yeah. Do y'all remember that song? Oh my goodness. We talking about aliens today. I don't care. Haters, y'all gonna have to go away today. We are the monkeys. We are the monkeys. All we do is monkey around. And I know why. I know why. Let me get my YouTube people up. I know why we the monkeys, y'all. We are so the monkeys. They secrecy. They keep everything secret from us. They convince people that they are the only game in the universe. Massive universe. Massive universe. Little monkey brain. Little monkey brain. Little monkey brain about this. Little monkey brain. Massive universe. Planets and stars and billions. Hold on, let me show you another picture. Hold on. We alone in our own little mind. Look at this right here. Look at that. Y'all see what this is? These are not stars. These are people. 100 billion, gazillion, gadillion, chillion, billion people out there like we out here. Dummies, stop being monkeys because we like to monkey around. All right, hold on. Oh, man, I was having some thoughts this morning. My mind was going, we talking about aliens today. We are so alienizing, alien. If you're an alien hater, you got to go away. This day. Actually, you know what? The day is for you. The day is for you because you need to understand something. We need to come together on this fact. The fact that they keep all secrecy from us, that's how the colonizers took the world. That's how they took the earth, y'all. That's what I'm thinking. Hold on, I don't have all my comments up. I don't even know who's here this morning. All my alien, where my alien people at? Y'all here? Y'all the UFO people? And my colonizer people? Because that's the power of the colonizer. This is what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking the power of the colonizer is secrecy. If you can keep people dumb, stupid, and they think that the only good thing in the whole universe is their little monkey brain, their little monkey brain, that's some ancient engineering aliens people call God came here, Anunnaki, whatever they're called, and they took some little, and even though, you know what's smaller than the monkey brain? It's monkey testicles. And the alien came here and took some DNA from 98% of the DNA from the monkey testicle and put it in and made a little monkey brain and put it on Earth. In a galaxy full of life. Just everything, everywhere, ships flying everywhere. And why does nobody want to come here? Well, I think some come here. I think some do. Some come here, but the rest like, nope. They still got the monkey testicle, monkey brain thing happening. Nope, they're fighting over wars, and they got the Israel monkey testicle, monkey brain, just hurting people in Palestine and oppressing them, and the monkey testicle brain in certain races, and they mess with other races, and that race get mad, mess back with that race, and this religion, and they don't realize it's all the same God. They say, no, I ain't landing there. No, Tyrone, y'all want to land on Earth? No, we not landing on Earth. No, they got the monkey. But this is what I'm thinking. Think about this. So a long time ago, not in a galaxy far, far away, on a planet that's we on right now, William Rubruck. That's his name, William Rubruck. He was an alien, alien civilization explorer. Hey, William Rubruck. Some of y'all know this story. William Rubruck. He got on this spaceship that they used to call horse and carriage. And he went to China. And guess what he found in China? He went to China and he found alien technology. Some people call it fireworks. He found alien. So he went to an alien land. And this applies because sometimes you guys, you'll see my friends and they'll say, we're the aliens. And we are. And we're always trying to go somewhere else and get somebody else's technology and keep it secret so we can go take them over. The power of the colonizer is always secrecy. Keep the people who don't know what's going on uninformed, hide it from them so you can do something dastardly with it that they would never go along with. So William Rubruck went to China and he went to go talk to the Chinese aliens because they're aliens. It's the alien. Remember the aliens, they were always the next town over. Oh, nobody lives in the next town. I go to the next town they're in. No, well, this continent's full. Don't nobody else live on the tip of the continent because we all in the center. You go to the tip of the continent, and there's humans there, aliens culture because they're alien to you. And then what you do, then you say, oh, but then the earth is flat and there's no water and the water is the end of the earth. My flat earth is, don't get mad at me. I'm just talking for a minute. Earth could be flat. I'm okay with that. Earth could be flat. And so they get on the boats and they go across the ocean. Oh, ain't no aliens, ain't no cultures. It's free land. Ain't no, they land on the next continent. Ain't nobody here. See, so this is what when my friends say that we are the aliens, that's what they mean. We are. We always see aliens. We all, oh, the alien culture. The Native Americans, the pagans. You know, the Chinese, the pagans, the aliens. There's always some aliens. But, you know, first they're not there, then they're there. And if they're there, then they're not there because you want to take their resources. So they're there when you get there because you got to talk with them and trade. But then you got to go home and you tell people in Britain that they're not really humans, they're aliens, they're pagans. You got to give them some Christianity or something, make them better. And so they're not really there. They're invisible. It's free land. It's new land. Then you got to go back over there and take it. But see, you can't do that unless you have the ability to take what is not yours. And so William Rubruck went to go talk to the aliens, got on his spaceship, horse and carriage, went to the new land, flew through the galaxy universe across Europe, through the Mongols down into China and found some fireworks. He realized, see, the funny thing about fireworks, I don't know if you know this. You know, when they made fireworks, it was to help people. You know, most technology we make is for a good thing. Usually when the people make it, it's for a good thing. But when the government, the leaders, somebody who can get a bunch of people together and make it, they keep it secret. They usually use it for bad, horrible things that the people who make it, they would never make it if they knew you were going to use it for that, right? If the people making fireworks back then, it was a holistic cure. I don't know if you know that. They were making gunpowder as a means of healing people. They made it to help people. When people do things, they do things out of love. They do things to help each other. But of course, the government got a hold of it. And when that didn't go that far. First of all, they found that gunpowder didn't help. It didn't do that. They failed. They didn't pay attention in physics in chemistry class. It failed. It didn't help nobody. Don't put no gunpowder in your mouth, y'all. It is not medicinal. It's not holistic. Unless a zombie bites you. If a zombie bites you, gunpowder might be holistic. You kind of put it in the wound and you light it on fire. You know. I saw it in the movie. I'm not sure if it's real or true. I won't do it. I don't think I'll do it. But anyway, that's what they did. So, but it's not holistic. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't eat it. Don't drink it. Don't put it in your tea. Don't do that. So they realized, damn it, this isn't working. It's not helping nobody. We're killing people. And they realized you light it on fire, it lights on fire. Whoa. So in came fireworks. Wow. Once they put it in a contained space, they realized it blew up. Wow, we can make little rockets. And they made rockets. And it still was for a good purpose. They shoot the rockets in the air and go, right? And you know what it did? It scared away the spirits, right? It kept everybody safe because the spirits are all in space. You know how all this links together. Every ancient culture saw ships and things coming out the skies, the aliens who kind of came down and they kind of looked at the humans and said, you know what? No, they still got the monkey testicle thing going. Yep, they're still fighting with sticks and trying to kill each other and take each other's oil and stuff. They haven't really realized what free will yet and freedom. And they don't really know if you leave people alone, they actually become wonderful things. And aliens like, oh, no, we're going to get out of here. Other ones, they come down and land. So, we're going to teach you agriculture. Y'all call them Jesus. Y'all call them all kinds of things, Buddha, whatever you want to call them. I'm fine with that. And they flew away. So anyway, so the Chinese, because they're ancient ancestors just like yours, saw things coming out the sky. And so they shot the fireworks up in the air and with the gunpowder, we're going to scare the spirits away. Scare the spirits! William knew better than that. Where is it? Well, let me find William. Where is William at? William knew better than that. William Rubruck. That was his name, bastard that destroyed the planet Earth. Because the colonizers are always looking for a one-up. William Rubruck realized that if I take these fireworks back, I can put them on a ship. So he took the alien technology in secrecy, because of course he didn't tell the Chinese nothing about, oh, we're going to put it on ships and we're going to murder the world. You know, he didn't tell them that. He just said, oh yeah, we're going to take the alien technology back. Uh-oh, did I hide it? We're going to take the alien technology back. Did I do the right thing? I did the wrong thing. There it goes, right there. He realized we can take this alien technology back, take over the world. I can take it back to my king, my leader, the person I trust and love more than my wife, more than my kids, right? Y'all like, oh, that's just stupid, stupid. Why in the world would he trust his leaders, his king and his lords over his kids and trust the whole future of civilization to his king? He's just a bad guy. Is he really? Is he really? I was thinking about this when I posted on my thread. I said, you know what? I said, it's funny. Trust is a funny thing. We trust our politicians with secrecy. We trust our leaders with secrecy to take over the earth, enslave our children, everybody else, kill, murder, rape our wives, throw kids in jail. We give them all the trust, and they can have all the secrecy they want. They can go do things. They can write books. They can have whole novels, research facilities. They can have plots of land big as nations, states, to make technology. We don't check nothing. We don't care. We are William Rubruck. Keep in mind that the brain in William Rubruck is the brain that's in your head today. It hasn't evolved much beyond. And so in my country, every election cycle, I just see people lining up, trusting politicians, people they never met, people they don't know, people who wouldn't even return the text message if they text them, people who would never respond to their email. And they put more trust and secrecy in these people that we don't even know and we've entrusted than they put in their families. In fact, divorces will come about, fighting over these politicians, these kings and lords that we don't know. Major friendships over 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years will be lost, arguing over people we should not trust. Anybody with an evolved brain knows you don't trust people you don't. So anyway, William Rubruck came home. So don't be a William Rubruck hating, racist, somebody kind of person that just talk bad about it. Don't be that person, because you are that person. We are that person. And so he came back, gave technology to the king, gave it to the king. And the king changed the whole world. This is where Britain got the power to be the massive colonizer, to invade and take over the whole world. This is why I completely understand there's always aliens over the horizon. There always is. Why? Because there's always new land. Anywhere there's land, there will be life. So we have to, I ask people to expand your mind. Expand your mind a little bit. Don't get locked down into the ignorant secrecy thing that they put on us, right? Like anything that the kings and the lords say, trust the opposite. Anywhere they don't say, look, see, the king come with a big robe and the crown and stuff. He come by and say, you know what? You can go in every room in the castle. Come on in the castle. Go in every room in the castle, but don't go in that room right there. Now, the door's not locked. You can go over here. You can go look at my gold. You can go look at my robes and this. You can go every room you like. But you can't go in that room right. Here's an idea. Here's an example. Another example. King invites you over for dinner. If the president or your prime minister invited you to their castle, their estate house, and they say, you know what, listen, we're going to have dinner, but before we have dinner, I got something I got to take care of. Me and all my staff, we're going to leave the White House. That's what ours is called, the White House. And we're going to go next door and talk to the Johnsons. We got to borrow some sugar or something, get something from them. We're going to leave you in the White House alone. All the doors are unlocked. And you can go in every room. You can go in my bedroom, check out my golden drawers. You can go look at sit on my golden toilet. You can go do all that in all the other rooms. Look at everything you want. But don't go in that room right there. And don't look in that file drawer. Don't look in the third file drawer, the third drawer from the bottom. That's exactly where you need to go. Whenever your government tells you We discovered all life. It's all on Earth. It's right here. There's new land. Look at it. I'm gonna get rid of this ship right here. Look behind me. Y'all see all this land out? You know what this is? All of this out here. This is what they don't want you looking at. You ever notice every time like there's a political election or something, somebody says, oh, what about the aliens? And what does the leader, what does the Lord say? The potential Lord, what do they say? Well, I'm not so worried about alien life. I know there's human life here and we need to take care of human life. I always wonder, why the hell do they do that? Why do they always repeat that same stupid, dumb, silly line? If you have a brain in your head, hold on, let me see. Is Brother Thor around? Where he at? This is where I get in trouble. He like to always come at me. But if you are thinking forward enough, you understand that the acceptance that we're not alone is why we fight like monkeys. Why does our business class, why are they okay with slavery? Why are they okay with all the rape, murder, wars, and everything that happens all over the world? Why are they okay with it? Because somebody convinced them that this is as good as it gets. This is as big as we're going to have for the next couple hundred years. The planet Earth is everything. If we don't have the oil, then they're going to have the oil. And it's better we be in charge and they be in charge. Like sometimes people tell me that I give people too much credit. They tell me that, I'm too trusting and, you got to be careful of them and don't be worried. And I'm, maybe I am. I make excuses for people. Maybe I do at times. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the business class, some of them, they actually know what war is. And they know all the children that get pulled into sex slavery and rape and murder and all the crazy things. And maybe they actually just don't care. Maybe their retirement is actually more important. Maybe their lifestyle is actually, maybe that nice car with the leather seats, maybe they don't want to pull back in making these corporations, which is just basically entities for lords and kings to dominate the planet. Maybe they actually don't care. But when people accept that there's so much more out there, it makes you wonder, right? It makes you fantasize. The different technologies and the different chemicals we can discover, understanding new physics, the new mathematics. And so I was thinking about it this morning. There was an interesting thing. Oh, it was delicious. Oh, it was delicious. I know we out there today, but the topic is very applicable because that colonizing mindset that would keep fireworks and cannons going on ships quiet is the same mindset that would convince you that there is nothing out in space. There's nothing out there. There's nobody out there. We're all by ourselves, and we shouldn't even look for it. We should act like monkeys here on the ground. We should keep fighting over resource because it's not enough. Keep fighting over women, fighting over land, fighting over all the dumb, silly, stupid things that we fight over. I was thinking about it. So going back, what was it? 2015. I don't know if you guys knew, but no, it's 2015. The Russians did this one, y'all. We're going to get on the Russians today. Let me change my background. The Russians actually did do this one. Going back 2015, there was a Russian, goodness, it escapes my mind. It was a Russian state listening station, right? With the satellite listening for, it was a SETI, it was a observatory that was in the whole satellite SETI Look for Life guild, right? And in that guild, they have a requirement. If you find a signal, you're supposed to confirm that signal around the world with SETI and other stations listening to signals in outer space. Y'all remember the movie Contact? Y'all remember that movie? That was the basis of that movie where, hold on, I'm going to jump over there real quick. That was the basis of this movie, right? So the listening station, they heard the signal or they saw the signal. They said, oh my gosh, we got a signal from outer space. And they immediately, you contact all the other stations that are online at the time to confirm that, yes, this signal isn't coming from our orbit, but it's coming from far out, right? Multiple occasions this has happened. What I find interesting was what happened in 2015. The Russians did this one. This is one that they done did. Let me go back. They heard a signal. They didn't tell anybody. They heard a signal that came in, and I'll post the link so you can see the specifics. But the signal that came in was so faint that it couldn't have come from our atmosphere. And it came from, goodness. You know what? I'm gonna show you the news clip. I'm gonna show you a piece of the news clip. They got the signal. Here, hang on. And come on, and this is coming from a fake news station, so y'all don't get upset with this. Sometimes true things come on the news, but that's why I never play the whole news clip, because I try to avoid the lies. Watch this.
Has picked up a signal from a sun-like star 94 light years from Earth. A signal strong enough, some believe, to raise the possibility that it was sent intentionally by aliens. There are other, more prosaic explanations that there's a super advanced alien world out there trying to make contact with us. What are scientists doing right now? I mean, what do we know about this? How real is this?
Well, let's turn the clock back a little bit, Anderson. This discovery, whatever it was in May of 2015. The Russians didn't really tell anybody about it. They tried to replicate it, aimed their telescope at this star several times, upwards of 39 times, I'm told, and could never hear the signal a second time. So there's a lot of skepticism in the scientific community right now. Maybe it was a passing aircraft using its radar, maybe a satellite using microwave.
Watch the whole thing. Here's the point. The point is, so a signal came in, or something. Could have been a passing airplane. Highly unlikely anything's possible, because it was for an extended period of time. And the Russians didn't tell anybody. So they broke protocol, and they kept it secret. 39 other times, I guess at multiple listening stations, the Russians tried to tune back into that signal, and they couldn't get it. And so finally, a year later, they released it to SETI and everybody else and said, yeah, we found this signal. Well, when did you find the signal? Well, it was a little bit ago. Well, Russia, what you mean? What do you mean it was a little bit ago? Well, that was about a year or so, year and a half ago. Oh, yeah? Okay. And so SETI, of course, being upset with that and starting to question that. But it's how our world works. We can talk about that in a minute. And so they looked into it, and they couldn't find the signal either. And so later, the Russians came back and said, well, come to find out, it was a military satellite. That's what they said. And I'm stopping and I'm thinking, because I question things. I'm a little bit of a weirdo, you guys. You see, I was born on a planet where everybody lies to you about everything, who want to try to control you. This secrecy thing is information, hiding it is powerful. And so I'm thinking about this. Wait a minute. So if this Russian station didn't communicate to SETI to confirm that they found alien life, and human beings always want to be the popular one. We always want to be the one to find something. We always want to be the one to get popular and be famous. We found a signal, and they didn't confirm it. It means that they have a procedure to not contact SETI if it's important. If it's significant, it goes to the KGB or somebody else. And so you're confused, lost, run amok, and discombobulated if you think that any of these listening stations in the big nations, right, the big, corrupt, dirty ones, Russia, UK, China, the ones that rule the world, if you think when any of those listening stations actually get a contact-like signal, let me go back to contact. Where's my contact people at? If they actually get a signal, and you think that they're actually going to communicate to Switzerland, get on the line, New Zealand, South America, somebody confirm this message. If you actually think the NSA and Homeland Security, you think the world actually works that way, I'm not talking to you. You need to just, I don't know, keep eating your cereal, go back to school, try to figure out how all this stuff works. So, of course, if it's a significant signal, they look through it. So 39 times they try to tune into it. Who is they? Of course, it's going to be the people who own the military satellites. So the idea, so they already knew it wasn't a military satellite. The fact that they hid it, and then they released it, and then later they lied about it again by telling you it's a military satellite, it tells you that that is a significant signal. That's what it tells you. So, but I was processing, I was thinking about it. Let me go back to my Hubble picture. It was a good movie, by the way, if you guys didn't watch the movie. So I was trying to, I want to go back to this picture. I want to go back to the picture where it's obvious that we're not alone. Obvious we're not alone. Oh, you know, you guys can't see the comment. Let me shift 100 gazillion billion people, all right, gazillion billion civilizations to the right. There we go. So this is suspect. I always look for what's suspect. right? I always look where the king doesn't want you to look. Look where the king is lying. Look where the lords are lying. Know that they're all lying. They found, I think somebody posted in the room, they found signals a long time ago. You know, I have friends who say, well, you know what, but the problem is faster than light travel is not even possible. You can't get a signal faster than light. False. False. Going back almost, I think it was 10 years ago, Princeton University, they focused, I'll post a link, you guys can't find it. They focused, I believe it was a laser through was it a laser through a crystal, and it accelerated, the laser accelerated to over 300 times the speed of light. And in fact, before the light, the light left the box before it entered the box. I believe that's the way they put it. You can go find YouTube, you can go look on Wikipedia, it's all out there. And then there was another scientist who did it in Jersey, who focused a laser through, I believe it was it cesium gas? We'll post the links, you can look into it. This is all, we only talk facts here. And the same type of results. So we know faster than light communication is possible because we can send lasers and waves faster than light. So it dispels this idea that, oh, well, they sent the signal 94 years ago, because I think it's 94.4 light years away. That's how far this sun is that the signal came from. And there are planets around this sun, by the way. Another interesting fact is, guess what the neighboring solar system of this solar system is? It's a place called Vega. Y'all remember the crazy Vegan people? Oh, wait a minute. No, y'all remember the people where they said they're getting signals from Vega? So I found that interesting. But anyway, so we know faster than light communication is possible. There's great theory on on taking matter faster than light. So we always get locked in these little secrecy boxes, right? And this is why it always kind of comes back to secrecy. Because if they keep these things quiet from you, they can colonize a solar system, right? I think that if you can colonize an entire planet with some fireworks that you put on ships, you can definitely colonize an entire solar system or more if you actually are able to get a signal from another Chinese civilization that has some sort of technology that you don't have, that you, just one little piece of technology, you add it with something else, Russia, someone else, and you put it on a tank. Now you got a tachyon beam, and there's nothing on the planet Earth that can stop you. You can dominate everybody. And this is the whole reason why I keep saying our governments can't have any secrets. What the colonizers were up to back then, they're up. You don't even have to go with humans. You can just go back to the monkeys, right? If you were the first monkey troop to discover sticks, clubs, if you get a stick that's got a root on the base of it, it's a club, it's heavier. When you swing it, you get significant leverage, and the weight of it, you can hit the other monkey harder, and you can kill it in one hit. If you were the first monkey troop to develop that technology, you can invade all the other monkey troops. You can take all their women, you can take all their fruits, their bananas, anything that you want. I think the same infinitesimal monkey testicle brain that they put in our head is the same one that's in there now. And I think we do the same things on all levels, whether it be back in Animal Kingdom, in William Rubruck's time, or even now. And this is why they want to convince you and hide from the public that there's anything out there. This is why they want to hide the signals and keep it from. This is why 10 years ago, they realized faster than light communication was possible, but they didn't let you know. That research is still, you can see that they did it, but what happened to it? Where are all the universities studying it? Where's all the technology coming out from it? That's why you have a patent office, and why the patent office is they have a stopgap in when you apply for a patent for Homeland Security to step in and see, can we use this for anything? Or is this worth the monkeys knowing about? And they take it and they hold it. So the interesting part, and I thought about it. Okay, but I said, what if faster than light communication wasn't possible? What would I do if I were in charge of the world, Gerard Earth. It's Gerard Earth. Don't ever do that, by the way. Don't do that, because the same monkey testicle brain is in here too. I'll be a dominator. I'll destroy everything. I kill, murder people. The crazy things that happen. It's our brains are the problem. Our environment is the problem. Giving one person power over other people, that's the problem. Don't ever give it to me, anybody. But if I actually were, I would send a signal, probably, to every Earth-like planet to let them know one thing. The same thing that I do this every daggone morning. You're not alone. I wouldn't start a conversation because I know conversation might not be possible. I know most of those stars and planets out there with the hundreds of billions of civilizations, I know that they can't really talk to me. One, we don't speak the same language. Dang it, you can't even find two... You can't find two rednecks or two people in the hood that speak the same slang. It's outside English language. There's going to be slang in different layers. They all talk different. We can't really talk. But I suspect that what's happening here is what's happening there. I suspect that they also have leaders that are keeping them dumb, stupid in secrecy because they're fighting over resources the same way we are. But they're keeping them acting like monkeys, fighting over resources. And I'll never get to meet those civilizations if they continue to do so. So if I were King World, Gerard's Earth, what would I do? I wouldn't try to start a conversation. I would just send a signal, just one. It might just be a flash of radio signal, might be a light, damn it, might even be a crop circle. But I would send something to let them know there's something else out here. And anybody who is evolved enough, right? Because there's going to be, I mean, just in this picture alone, there's not a number for how many Earth-like planets that you can see in this picture. In the Milky Way galaxy, there are more Earth-like planets than grains of sand on all the beaches all over the entire Earth. So in this, in all every little dot of light, most of the ones you see here, those are all galaxies. They're not solar systems, they're not suns. Most of those are galaxies. This is a Hubble shot. There's no way to send a signal to everybody, right? The interesting thing, though, about the research in Princeton was that, you know, it's a highly focused beam, right? In order to get a signal from there, 94 light years to here, it would take the power of your entire sun. There's no way on the planet they're taking all that power and they're shooting. Y'all remember that movie? What was that movie where the battleship where the aliens came down and they were fighting with the battleship? Love that movie. That's another good one. You know, but they were communicating through this massive power device that was focusing this laser and shooting it in space. It's the same theory, right? You can send a signal from 94 light years away to here, but it would take your entire power of your entire sun unless you focus it through crystals, unless you focus it through gases, which are technology that we actually are working with now, or they were in Princeton and now it's top secret classified somewhere else. Because they're not trying to figure out how to communicate with the aliens for us. They're either trying to figure out how to make a tachyon beam to murder us or to talk to them to make something to murder us. Like, that's how this works. This is why government can't have secrecy. And I'm just on the whole life in space topic this morning, but it applies to everything, right? Technology is the tool that's always been utilized against us, poor people, us serfs. All over the world, doesn't matter who you are. There's a guarantee. So if you're not in America right now, you know what America is spending most of its money on? Most of my efforts, my GDP. They're spending it on murder technology to kill you and your government. You know what your government's working on? They're working on murder technology to kill me and my government, if possible. It's how this works. It's how our monkey brains from these monkey testicles, that's what they do. Unless they realize we don't have to. Abundance is what stops the monkey from acting like monkeys. If people realize that there were civilizations all out there, they wouldn't fight so much. But anyway, but the point is you can focus that beam on significantly less power to hit a planet. And if I know there are more planets out here than 1 million lifetimes could actually send a signal to, I wouldn't be trying to start conversation because I don't even know who's evolved. I think most civilizations would have been destroyed a long time ago. I would just create a program that would send a signal just to say, you're not alone. You're not alone. Stop acting like monkeys. You're not alone. Stop killing each other. You're not alone. Stop. And some of the civilizations, some of the planets I send it to, they'll just be dinosaurs, right? They won't even hear it. So it's no use me sending it again. I don't have the technology to fly there, but I can send them a message and say, stop fighting like monkeys. You're not alone. Why? Because I want them to stop fighting, because I want to meet them. For the same reason I come on every morning and I do this, because I want to go to Gaza. I want to go to the Congo. I want to learn about their culture. I want to know about my brothers and sisters that are growing up there. I want to play with their little kids and have fun and see how they laugh and joke and see how I can't talk the language and laugh at me. I want to go to Africa and spend time there. The same way I want to go to Alpha Centauri 72. But by the time I get there, they might be dead and murdered because they let the monkey brain, and over there, it might be a zygilomorph, reptilian brain, whatever, is prolific on that planet. That God, the genetic engineer, mixed his DNA with or her DNA with to make a species. I don't want them fighting over what's on their planet. I want them to survive so I can get to meet them. I want to go play with Zebak and Nina. The same way I want to go to Gaza and learn about their cultures, right? Because that's what we are as human beings, people. We are explorers. We want to fill our minds with knowledge, and we want to go to lands we've never been to. And I suspect that SETI isn't actually looking for anything that they'll ever find. I don't think by the time we evolve that we can have a conversation that doesn't take 9 minutes to transfer, And by the way, if any of my physics friends are like, no, it's not possible, faster than light, Einstein, it's not what Einstein says. It's not what Einstein said, number one. Number two, if you look up the EM drive that NASA's working on right now, the EM drive will get you to the moon in, 4 hours, right? And they discovered in the chamber that they were using the technology that they used to make the EM drive, a lot of the particles were moving faster than light. So faster than light is a thing. We can communicate faster than light, and one day we will travel faster than light. But our choices are option A, let government keep all the secrecy and let them make a murder technology with it and go kill more people around the planet. Or, I don't know, we mess it. So the funny thing in how this works is there could be a kid right now in the Republic of Zimbabwe, little nation, only about 82 people live there. But the nation of Zimbabwe, they were colonized, and they got a hatred for the West. Boy, they don't like the West because the West murdered a bunch of their people. And one kid, his mind just works the right way. He figured out how to make a tachyon beam. You put this with this and put this on that and this, that. Then, the most innovative people on this planet are the poorest people, the people who are forced to innovate, not the fat, wealthy, rich ones like us that drink Starbucks all day, but I don't drink no damn Starbucks. And if he makes that technology, or one of them aliens comes down and gives him that little piece of technology that you put on a tank and a tachyon beam or whatever it might be, then he'll want to murder the whole world. And he will murder the whole world, right? Secrecy can't continue. And this is kind of what this talk is about. Secrecy has to be illegal. Politicians and leaders cannot have any secrecy from the human race anymore, at all. We've already gotten these signals. SETI got a bunch of them. Y'all can look up the WOW signal, if you guys remember the WOW signal. An evolved species wouldn't send a message to start a conversation. It's impossible. It might take 1 million years to be able to translate, hi, are Earth women sexy? Are Earthmen? What is, all right, let me stop. I'm not going to go down that road. What are they like? It could take 1 million years or never to actually translate that. The more important signal is don't kill each other. So one day down the road, might even be 500,000 years, might be 50 years, we can actually meet or we can actually have a conversation. But first, stop killing each other. We're out here. And that's kind of like our message when we talk to our brothers and sisters in these war zones, in Yemen and different places. We hear you. We hear your pain. We're not in control of our government. We're trying to get in control of it. But there is a better life, and we want to bring you a better life, but hang in there, right? And that's the message I'd send to every single, and I'm only going to send it once. You know, so that planet 94 light years away is only going to get one signal from me. Hey, we're here. You're there. We can't really talk. We can't meet, but don't kill each other. You know, that's not what life is about. That's not why this God thing, perhaps, started life everywhere. This alien genetic engineer, whatever it may have been. That's what I'm thinking. But we don't get there if we let the sickest people continue to run everything. We have to shut down on secrecy in government. All politicians have to have body cameras. I'm done. I say this once a month. Every single politician, every single public servant, don't just hate on the police officers, all of them. If you are a public servant, if you are making decisions, you have to have hot mics and hot cameras that are uploaded to the people who you are working for. Why? Because the Burger King fry guy has a camera that's on him all the damn time, and he's just making fries. He's not making tachyon weapons. He's not making drones and eviscerating white phosphorus bombs. We got to stop trusting people we have no reason to trust. What did I post this one? I posted something crazy this one. I was thinking, I'm always posting something crazy. I was thinking about trust this morning. And I was just thinking, you know, yeah, that's right. Y'all got to go to Instagram. On Instagram, there is a hashtag. It's called hashtag, what is it called? Hashtag hold my beer. If you're not on that Instagram, I'm promoting them. You need to go there. You need to laugh. I have to laugh between all of this craziness. Go hashtag hold my beer, right? So what is this about? This is about when guys get drunk, real dumb guys, some women too. Women, they're not as dumb as we are, but they're, you know, sometimes some of them, their brains aren't doing what it's supposed to do too. You know, I don't know, gender probably doesn't exist. And some of them guys, we all some mixture. Anyway, that's not the point. When you get drunk, you're like, you know what? Hold my beer. I got something stupid to do. I'm going to go get on this bike and I'm going to see if I can jump it off a ramp over your pickup truck, you know. And so you put the beer down and you turn the video camera on. They got pictures and they film jumping in cactus bushes and like trying to fly off the roof because they're drunk and like dumb stuff. And I'm sure people die holding beer. But I was thinking this morning, I was like, you know what? Hashtag hold my beer. As a civilization, let's put all of our trust in kings and lords and governments. And let's just not watch them. Let's let them have secrecy. Let them have top secret and classified. Let them make murder weapons, people that we have no reason to trust. Hold my beer. I'm going to put this down for a couple thousand years, and I'm going to let the worst people on the planet evolve the planet. You know how dumb that is? Do you think about it from a really simplistic perspective? Do you know how stupid it's smarter to say, hold my beer, I can jump over that cactus, God dang it. Then to say, hold my beer, I'ma see if the king's gonna do right by my boys, by my grandkids. I'ma let them run the world, have secrets. Secrecy has to go away. It has to go away. We can't let them keep it. We can't. But that's what I was thinking about. That's what the colonizers, they utilize our trust. And they've dominated the world. They've destroyed every problem we have. It came from the colonizing mindset of keeping secrecy, using technology to dominate people, take away their self-determination, and inflict control and power over them, and then convince them, indoctrinate them to think that it's a good idea to let them evolve our world. It's a good idea to let them have secrecy because they have our best interest in mind. You know, like think about it from just a really, really stupid perspective. And y'all ever know somebody and they got the husband or wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, just always cheating on them. They can't stop. Just can't stop. Just can't keep the zipper down. Can't keep it up. Just constantly, always draw. Just, you know, always. And you know it. You know it. Your friends know it. All the friends know it. The family. Like, he's not going to stop cheating on you. The guy has 37 kids all over the country and half of them by each other's sisters. The guy, he doesn't want to be in a committed relationship. He's always lying to you about where he went, what he did, who he did it with. eventually his activity is going to kill you. Hold my beer, baby. Hold my beer. I'm gonna stick with him. I love him. Hold my beer. Eventually, he's going to settle down, take care of the kids and I. Hold my beer. It's like a government that always lies to you. A model of control structure that always murders the weakest and the poorest and takes what they have. And that's what's happening with the West and America. That's why it's all related. That's why it all links together, and why they try to convince you there's not life in outer space. Because they want that technology. They want just the one little piece of cog or something to make a weapon to murder other people and take over. And I think that it's time that we stop. I think it's time that we stop. I think it's time that we pull all confidence in governments everywhere. Because what it is, that's not being anti-government. It's just we pull all confidence in in the ability of someone to take another self-determination. I think with freedom, this world operated sustainably for billions of years with freedom, right? The microbiology had freedom. Bacteria had freedom. Multicellular organisms, monkeys, everybody had freedom. And the earth maintained life because it was sustainable. It seems chaotic, but it wasn't. Everything worked together how it's supposed to. We have science, biological sciences that can prove that. We now have quantum physics that starts to even expand on that. But when you take freedom from creatures, from living beings, things that are based in being free, moving this way, going that way, going about their business. Everything works together the right way. But these government structures, this denying of free will, this denying of self-determination, broke the earth. It broke the natural order. Like, I think our fixes are easier than we think. I don't think we need to go and do all term limits and this, and duct tape and MMT and currency control and da-da-da. I don't think we need to. I think that's crazy. I think if we just look at it at the base and the root and just say, you know what? Living creatures are supposed to be free. They're not supposed to have borders. They're not supposed to have limitations. They're not supposed to have guns drawn on them. They're supposed to go about their business. And as they do that, they explore and they figure things out. And they share that technology, and that technology advances the whole planet, and it secures everybody's safety. If I were in control of everything, that's what I would do. I would send a signal to everybody. It's okay, hang in there. All these planets, just like we tried to with Gazda, hang in there with Brother Rezeg and them. Hang in there, brother, hang in there. We hear you. We know that you have the same problems we had. We know that you have the same problems with the colonizers and your corrupt leaders that we had. Hang in there. We hear you. Just don't kill yourselves. Don't act like monkeys. Don't be violent. Resolve the basic, simple fact. I think if we turn on everybody who wants to take away self-determination and freedom, I think if we turn on every law structure, every piece of legislation, every concept and idea that denies someone else the ability to go do what they want, I think by default, the earth comes back to sustainability. I think by default, we make it if we stop telling people what to do. I think by default, we make it because by default, the planets work that way for billions of years, just fine, completely sustainable. But unsustainability, especially in technology, it gives you the ability to dominate a world. I think we got to stop being, what is his name? William Rubruck. I think we got to stop being William Rubruck and going to alien countries, alien Chinese, getting alien technology and letting kings and lords hide it so they can make murder tech. That's what I'm thinking about today. So let me go back and look at some of the comments. I'm sorry, I know I didn't look at any comments. I was just going. My mind was, let me put some thoughts out there. What do people think? What do people think? But that's what I think. I think the whole world is broken. The whole world broke because we let evil people who shouldn't have any secrecy actually have secrets. I think our simple fix is putting body cameras on all of them. They can't have no secrets. Hey, Dawn, how you doing on YouTube? Good morning, good morning. Who else we got? We got Mary, good morning. Love that movie, written by Carl Sagan. Yes, Mary. the movie Contact. It was written by Carl Sagan, and it was spot on, and it makes perfectly good sense. You know, it's just like an alien. Why would well, except for the part of them sending us how to make the death machine. They're not going to send us how to make a death machine. They're going to do one of two things. They're either going to say, listen, the first message is going to be, you're alive. You know, there's a lot out here. Don't kill yourself. Don't act like monkeys. Don't run around. Hey, we're the monkeys. We like to murder and take over countries. I know it's hard to do high pitch, but that'll be the first signal. And the next signal after a conversation is started is, okay, here's how to make a device to communicate. And Carl Sagan nailed it with that. You know, in alien technology, they want to talk to you. They don't want to meet you. Nobody will meet you. You know how dumb it is to say they want to meet you? You know who you are? You're a monkey. You came out of monkey testicles. Nobody in the universe wants to meet you. That's why they don't land everywhere. Nobody wants to meet you. You want to talk first. It's like online dating. Anybody ever do online dating? I did that a long time ago. I need to talk. We got to talk first. This stuff we got to talk about before we meet. Because listen, you can get a lot of bad stuff from monkey testicles. You can get a whole lot of bad DNA. Listen, let's share some email, talk on the phone, something. I don't want to go meet you and sit down and, oh man, I had some stories. I could tell some stories. Oh my goodness, I could tell some stories about online dating. But no, online, this universe dating. That's what this is. Like, listen, hell, whoa. Who said Earthlings, who said anything about meeting? We don't want to meet yet. I don't want to give you no technology. Hell no. I don't know. Who are you? What are you? Why you got 8 eyes and 72 legs? I don't know what you are. Let's talk for a little bit first. First, I'm here. Look, see, that's what they do. They send a message. Send a message to Earth. Look, Earth, we're here. And we sexy too. We got technology. Show it, like, turn to the side. Y'all see these profile pictures? Man, the deep state robots getting better and better on Facebook. They're looking pretty, y'all. But they're gonna send a message that we here. Just to begin the conversation. I'm here. Are you interested? And they'll wait for us to send a signal back. Like, oh yeah, we're here. You look sexy. We want to know some of your technology. And a conversation starts. But that's what I think these SETI signals are. But I think they found life a long time ago. They just don't want to tell us because they want us fighting like monkeys on this little planet over the little resources we have. Because monkeys are easy to control. You can take monkeys, put them in zoos and just watch them jump around, screams or whatever. But you can't control a monkey that's like, wait a minute, whoo. Damn, is monkeys up there too? It's really? Are they sexy? Is some sexy monkeys up there? That's why I always look up. And I tell you got to get your kids to look up. That's the future is up there. The future is not, we got to save the humans down here, y'all. We got to work together. We got to save the humans. No, we can't get to a place where we can save the humans if we can't get the business class to stop fighting over what's here, to stop trying to give their kids more than what the kids over there have, to get them to take their blinders off and stop looking at Yemen in these places and get them to focus there. Right? When they know there's enough that we don't have to fight, but we got to focus on that as opposed to focusing on, and if you can get them to focus on that, their ignorant monkey fight over the resources stuff goes away. And then maybe they can think about, well, maybe my kids will have a decent living. Maybe I don't need retirement. If we really do start utilizing technology to grow food and take care of people, we start utilizing technology to maybe start conversations with the aliens and figure out what they have and how they solve the problems that we didn't yet. You know, my interest is in aliens for their technology, not necessarily. My first interest is in aliens for their sociology. How did they learn to live with ignorant people that keep voting for Democrats and Republicans? How did they get through it? What did they do? Did they do yoga, meditation? And that's another thing for yoga and meditation. Maybe that's how you communicate. Maybe, but that's why I think it's important. Who else is in the house this morning? All right, I'm way behind the comments. That's what I'm thinking. Let me see. Teresa, oh, you hit a big word. Mino giza habu geba gaba goobabub. Good morning, literally. How is your lowest part of your back, your butt? We are funny. We are fun. Yeah, good morning, Teresa. Yeah, it could be. They could send a signal. It could be some comedy. Maybe they give us that answer. Maybe when we start a conversation, they say, you know what? Comedy is the answer. Keep your people laughing so they don't take themselves too seriously, and that will unite your planet. Maybe their answer is just don't make money. We made money, and for millions of years, it killed everybody. We barely made it until we got rid of money, and then we actually made it. Like, I'm interested in their sociology more than their technology, because if we don't get to live, then we don't get to use the technology anyway. And right now, we have everybody voting for these king and lord structures that never work well for us. Name one. Somebody help me. Name a king or lord type of setup, a feudalism type setup that ever worked well for the Lord or the people that they actually oversaw. And then tell me how that worked out for their surrounding kingdoms. It didn't. Nationalism, tribalism, these little race group isms and religion group isms, that murders the world, right? Because what is the long-term effects of tribalism? Eventually, you're going to discover a technology, bow, arrow, cannon, gun, tachyon, beam, and then you're going to murder all the other tribes out of fear. You know, not uniting as a 99% around this planet. It's not an option. It's not a choice. Like, we don't have a choice. It's die, which isn't a choice. That's the default. Or stop dividing people up. Stop letting the colonizing mindset divide people up. Anyway, good morning, Cindy. How you doing this morning? Talking about microwaves. I don't know what even the microwaves. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe the aliens got microwave technology. I don't know. Maybe they got cooking recipes. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe that's what we need to know about some cooking recipes. Lots of maybes there. Yep, Linda. Lots of maybes. Whole lot of maybes. And you know, and can we bet the human race on a maybe? I'd rather bet the human species on a maybe than on a what does not work, right? Because the current models of all governments are feudalistic. All of them, right now, completely. They shifted things a little bit. They don't wear robes and crowns as much, but it's the same murder, take away self-determination thing. And so I'd rather hope, there's a hope in a maybe, right? There's a hope in a maybe. There's no hope in murderous tribalism. Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Susan. Mary, good morning, Koba. Let me see. Mary, what you saying? Russians provide free education and sponsor their brightest. Yes, Mary, because the Russians understand that part of it. You know, and the Americans, they understand it too, and the UK do too, but they keep it selective. They keep it in their little private universities, the little private education system, and they do the same thing. They know how to evolve the human brain, which is why I'm saying, as a species, 7 billion brains evolving to solve problems would work a hell of a lot better than 2,000 in some secret lab somewhere making some technology to kill people. Remember that out there, time is non-existent. Time is only used on Earth. Ooh, Cindy, so you just throwing deep stuff. You know, I hurt people's brains. You can hurt my brain this early. It's too early. I'm only halfway through my coffee. You know, but we don't understand it. We don't understand time. Good morning, Sharistan and Debbie. Sharistan says Cosmic Church this morning. Ooh, I like that name, Cosmic Church. I believe that religion and science are all the same thing. People want to debate and fight tribalism. They do. No, religion is not science. No, science is not religion. I said, oh, no, it's the same thing. One is highly speculative based on things people saw thousands of years ago with no real hardcore empirical evidence. And the other is discovering what the ancients said a long time ago. And they are always confirming that what the ancients said a long time ago has been true. They're always finding all these cities under the water. They're finding that mankind can live to be 1,000 years old, you know, because we got epigenetics and the telomeres. They're finding all these things that these ancient religions said were true. Now, is everything they said true? I don't think so, because I think man is like horrible as a recording data taking device. And they screwed up all the religion with all the books, you know, and the dogma for control, you know, but science and religion together, to me, I like that word, cosmic church, a cosmic church, but it has to be based on this philosophy of do no harm. And that's how I kind of qualify. Like, I know a lot of people, they come down on these religions, they, oh, well, this religion did this. And I said, no, the religion didn't do that. The dummy in the religion did it. The dummy that listened to the other dummy that got the guns and got on the ship and went and murdered people and colonized, they weren't in the religion. The minute that you say, hey, let's get on this ship, let's take some guns, let's take away somebody else's free will or self-determination, they've already turned on that God thing, whatever it is. You know, so I like Cosmic Church. I'm gonna go with that. Cosmic Church, sound good. Imagine if we could use 100% of our brain. Yes, Cindy, and if we could, imagine what we could do. Mary, the patent office is the control office. Yes, it is. It is the control office. You know, let me do this because I know a bunch of people joined late and I got to do something real quick. I know, but I'm not going to leave you by yourself. Hang on. I want y'all to watch. This is what started this conversation off. It was this discussion as to all these SETI signals that are coming in. And I'll let you, I'm going to start it back at the beginning so you can see it. But I think these signals are coming in all the time, but I think SETI is looking for the wrong thing. I think SETI is actually looking for a conversation. But theoretically, I can't see why an alien would want to have a conversation with us. No civilization would. They'd want to know what the heck we are, if we're worth having a conversation with. But initially, it would just be, hey, we're alive, you're not alone out here. We used to think that we were alone too. Our government did the same thing to us, but we're out here, don't trust them, and work together. And I think that whole conversation is just in a blip of a light, in a crop circle or something. Look, you're not alone, intelligent life is out here. You know, whatever technology they come up with. It could be radio wave technology, it could be a laser, it could be light, it could be through another dimension that we can't even have, we don't have technology to understand the signal, or it could be some sort of power thing that makes crop circle fields. I don't know. I know some of the crop circles are fake, maybe some of them are real. But anyway, watch this real quick. And it was a good discussion. That's why I don't want to drop off the discussion, but I want to bring in people who just came in late. Watch this.
A Russian telescope has picked up a signal from a sun-like star 94 light years from Earth. A signal strong enough, some believe, to raise the possibility that it was sent intentionally by aliens. There are other, more prosaic explanations, according to skeptics, of which there are plenty in the scientific community. Joining me now is Miles O'Brien, CNN aviation analyst and science correspondent for PBS NewsHour. Miles, I got to say, when I first heard this story, it blew my mind. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I mean, who doesn't want to believe that there's a super advanced alien world out there trying to make contact with us? What are scientists doing right now? I mean, what do we know about this? How real is this?
Well, let's turn the clock back a little bit, Anderson. This discovery, whatever it was in May of 2015. The Russians didn't really tell anybody about it. They tried to replicate it, aimed their telescope at its radar, maybe a satellite using microwave. We just don't know. Maybe it was some sort of alien civilization sending us a momentary signal.
Well, that's a bummer, because I was actually a lot more excited.
Or maybe it was just China saying, don't put our fireworks on the ships and colonize the world and take over the whole damn thing. We are some aliens. This technology can be used for bad things, but don't use it for a bad thing. But actually, I'm not saying China was good, because China, they were bad with their alien technology too. What did they do? They shot it at the Mongols. So they used it in cannons. They did. So they took it to but they didn't take it to the degree that the colonizers did. So anyway, I'm gonna try to catch up in comments. Lola Mar, good morning, Moen. Somebody just said Rezeg came in the house, and this is why this is all related. If you guys saw Rezeg, he was on a little while ago, and if you didn't watch us talking, I guess it was 2 days ago, we had a conversation that the problems in Gaza are the same problems, right? What's going on in Gaza? The Israelis who moved there, that's the wrong word, Israelis, I'm sorry. The Zionists who were there, which is a political group, not a religious group, a political group, they have alien technology that's not indigenous to that area. They have high-powered sniper scopes and tanks and all this high technology. That's alien technology that came from a different place, and they're using it to dominate people who are there who don't have that technology. It's all the same thing. It's all exactly the same thing. And that's why governments are always trying to keep secrecy. They're always trying to convince you that the Chinese don't exist. They don't really have any sort of firework technology that can be utilized to murder a bunch of people and take over poor people and take what they have, loot and rob from them, because that's the whole mindset. And so I think it's the same thing. So good morning, Brother Rezeg. I'm trying to catch up in comments. Let me go down. Mary said help. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I would say if I could say help to the aliens, I would say that, but I don't think they can help us. And the ones who can help us, I don't think they're really that interested in us. I think we're just monkeys just fighting. They see that and they fly away. I would, if I could spell out help, I would, but to me, it would just be a don't kill yourself, because they might be where we are 50 years ago, right? And I would say, don't kill yourselves. Your government's lying to you. Don't trust them. Trust in everybody's free will. Work together as a collective, and don't be dumb as we are on this planet. That's what I would say. And then hopefully they would evolve. They'd get past their government thing, and maybe they'd actually come here. Maybe them being a collective, advancing in technology, not having patents, and helping each other, they might get advanced in like 1,000 years. And if we make it 1,000 years later and we're still dumb enough to put trust in government to rule over us, hold my beer, let me go trust my government, you know. If they're dumb enough to keep using the voting system and hold my beer, you know, if they're dumb enough to keep doing that, maybe they'll come here. Maybe they can get here and help us. Maybe they'll make a Stargate, like, they'll just appear and like, all right, stop. Monkeys, stop it. Earthlings, stop. All right, we got your signal. Yeah, we were heading in that direction too. We were listening to charismatic leaders and we kept voting for them. And you know what? We stopped doing that because we realized you guys were here. We've advanced technology. We're able to make it here on the Stargate. So now we're going to take down your governments. We're going to stop. You guys, no more of this. No more political parties. No more governing. No more fighting. And me bop, oo bop, bee bop. So that's what I would do, Mary. Love, I would think, is universal. Crystal, love is universal because love is what's required for the chaotic natural world to work. Like you got to have, it's all about collecting of energy, right? From microbiology, they all want to collect energy. And the more you work together, the more energy you can collect. And so multicellular organisms, you know, that makes sense, right? But you got to have that love and the camaraderie. What is love other than camaraderie? When you work together, you solve more problems, right? Of collecting energy. When planets work together, they solve more problems, which is why the colonizers, the kings, the lords, which are all your Congress and Senate and prime ministers, they keep you fighting like monkeys because it takes away from your power to collectively collect resources, solve problems, and so they can pretend to solve those problems so they can dominate this planet. And then eventually the solar system. That's what I think. Sister Dottie, good morning. Good morning. Shelly, good morning. People coming in. Y'all coming in. I'm a few more comments. I'm going to have to get off of here. We are totally not alone. They are good aliens who are watching over us already. They have been helping. You know what, Cindy? I hope that's true and I hope that's right. I don't know. But what I do know is I know we're not alone. I know that. Are they here? I don't know. But maybe that acceptance that we're not alone is actually how we help people in third world countries. Maybe that acceptance, maybe taking away all government secrecy will bring about enough true information that allow people to realize the kings and lords have always been trying to kill and screw all of us. You know, maybe the best way to stop violence and to bring about world peace is for people to be either scared or in amazement at the fact that this isn't everything. All right, let me see. Let me go down. Discover time travel. That would be awesome if we could, but we'll never discover anything if we leave. In fact, you know how scary, imagine how scary it would be. I don't know who said that. Was that Lola Mara Cindy? How scary would that be if our government discovered time travel? Do you know what's going to happen to us? Do you know what would happen to us if a little kid in the Republic of Zimbabwe down somewhere in South Africa, little nation, populated 17, if he discovers time travel, he's going to go back in time and kill everybody. He is, because he's a little psychopath, because we made him a psychopath, because we starved out his people, we destroyed his tribe, we drew borders around everything, they oppressed him, and all he wants to do, his whole main purpose in life is to go destroy this civilization. He can go back in time, do anything he wants. He can play the lottery, make hundreds of billions and billions and trillions of billions of dollars. Now you messed my head up. What if he already did that? What if Elon Musk actually went back in time and he made his money? I think we need to be on the watch for these billionaires, these Amazon, these people. How did they make their money? If they win their money through horse races or the lottery, but I guess they could go back just with some technology and, you know, back 100 years and they'd still be the king. But anyway, that's going to hurt my head to think about that too much. Morning, Jerry. Let me see. I'm going down. I got to get down to comments. Running out of time. Linda says she's up for that. All right, I'm up for it. I'm up for it. I think somebody needs to introduce the legislation. I think that's what we're talking about. The World Act of 2018. All politicians have to have body cameras that are directly connected to the internet, so everybody knows, everybody who they work for knows who they're talking to, what they're talking about, what technology they're working on, so they don't make something and murder all of us intentionally or on accident. That's what I want. I'm glad people agree. I don't see anybody disagreeing with that yet anyway. Good morning, Sister Gima. Ancient Aliens is on talking about technology right now. You know what, Crystal? I stopped watching Ancient Aliens. I need to go back and watch it. I think that's how we get out of this mess. All right. Let me go down. Good morning, Joan. Good morning, Ty. Tribalism. Well, Ty, the conversation really wasn't tribalism. It was, I'm always trying to just get down to things. I'm always trying to think these things out. And I want solutions. I haven't watched the news in days because one, I don't want to watch the news. I don't, it's just what they want me to think about. And I've been thinking about other things. And I find if I don't watch the news for a few days, like my brain does better things. And so in terms of solution, if we take away all of their secrecy, like that might be their Achilles heel. They being the power structures that always take away our self-determination. If they don't have secrecy, if they don't have all these classified, top secret, all these levels over the president, over the prime ministers, that people don't know what they're doing, how do we even know what to vote for? We don't know who to vote for. Outside of the fact whether or not voting works, outside of the fact that voting lives even matter. If you don't actually know what these people do or who they are, how in the hell can you tell me it's a good idea to vote for them? How does that make any sense? It's like it's as dumb as, you got John Legend over here and Kanye West on the other side. Both two dummies when it comes to politics. Neither one of them ever read a law in their life. Why does anybody give a damn about what they have to say about politics? Like, they don't know anything about it. You don't even know who they are. Hollywood is it's all acting. All you get to see is who these people want you to see because it makes their career, it's their job to make up these false personalities. So if politicians can have false personalities and do false things, why in the world would somebody explain, because I could be out to lunch, please tell me if I'm out to lunch. Why does it make any sense for me to vote if I don't know who they are? Tell me. Why does it make any sense for me to say, hold my beer? Did y'all hashtag hold my beer? Y'all gotta go to Instagram. It's funny as hell. Hashtag hold my beer. I'm promoting them. Hey, buddy, honey, hold my beer while I go vote for somebody I don't know. Somebody I'm not going to watch, somebody I just and let them evolve the human race the way they want to go, honey. Just hold my beer. Let me go vote. And that's what we do. I think we go to the election. Hashtag hold my beer. Let me go vote. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Hold my beer. That's what drunk people say. Yeah, you didn't watch the beginning. That's what drunk people say when they're going to do something stupid. They're going to do something stupid. And that to me, it just sounds stupid. I think we need a paradigm shift. I think we need to change. I think we need to remove consent. But I think one of our major initiatives has to be no more going to the alien planet, China, and getting technology to use it to murder other people because you know how to murder more people than they used it to murder with. That's what I think. I think one day alien technology was discovered in China and we lost the world because of it. They colonized and we lost the world and their power is their secrecy and they don't get to have secrets anymore. Deborah, good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Gerard. Yeah, I'm late. Got other things going on around her today. People building stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, Deborah, you got to build, girl. Go on, build. Go on, build. I'm just talking about aliens. I woke up this morning. I was thinking about secrecy and all this stuff. Came together, heard about that Russian alien signal, and the Russians were lying. I played the tape, y'all. They're lying. They're lying because they didn't tell SETI, and they didn't tell SETI for a year. 39 times they tried to get the signal again. They couldn't get the signal. They couldn't get the signal up. And so they go ahead and let SETI know. And then everyone started questioning, well, why didn't you tell us a year ago? And they said, oh, never mind. It was a Russian military. It was one of our satellites. But it doesn't make any damn sense because the 39 times they checked where the KGB and the people who knew where all their military satellites were. They're lying because it actually was a real signal. And that led me down here. That's how we got here. Last couple comments and I'm gonna get out of here. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Nikki. Did you hear about a company who's placing chips on their employees? We are the future. Yes, Cindy, they're doing that and they're happy. They're going in there posting pictures. I got my chip. I got my chip. And I'm just sitting here like, you dumb as a bag of bricks. But the employees are going to do that, right? Because the most evils are done in the world to pay a mortgage, right? And so if you convince your employees that they'll get bonuses or they can keep their job or they're showing company spirit, if they get their chip and they show it, they'll do it. You know, same reason the business class is continuing. That's why they love slavery, and they'll do it and they don't care. They don't care because they really don't think about it, or they just want to pay their mortgage. You know, and it's just dumb. Why in the world would you walk around yelling? You know what I hear when they say that? I got my colonizer chip. Yeah, I'm a slave. I got my chains. I got my shackles. I got my shackles, girl. You get your shackles? The only dumber thing than a slave who knows it's a slave is a slave who knows it's a slave, who wants to be a slave, who's happy with forced labor and slavery, who knows that the world does not end good, that we're going to completely extinct the whole planet if we continue to embrace and cheer the technology of psychopaths who run the world. I just boggles my mind. That's why I look in the sky like aliens. Aliens, y'all need to come get us. Come get me. Listen, hey, where am I? Look, I need y'all to come get me. I'm on a planet. I'm surrounded by monkeys. They crazy as all hell. They killing each other. They robbing, stealing, killing. Girl, come get me now. Come get me. Somebody come get me. Just pick, you don't have to let nobody know. Just bring the alien down. Look, here's my GPS location. Y'all come down here because they not listening. They still acting like monkeys. They got Democrat and Republican buttons. They got Israeli buttons. They trying to murder everybody. Look, y'all need to come get me. All right, come get me. But that's kind of what the government is doing too. That's what SETI is. Because you don't think SETI's telling you the truth. They're trying to talk to the aliens because they want to get away from us. So I just don't think it should be any secrets. That's what I think. Anyway, last comment, I'm gonna go. Let me see who we got. Billy on YouTube. My job as a bingo flipper makes me keep working late. I'm late. Oh, okay. I'm sorry you're late. I'm just wrapping up. I have to go. I had a lot of fun. Let me see. I'm a race down to the comments. I ain't gonna hit the last couple comments. I got a few more minutes. Before the aliens come pick me up. Let me see. Brother John, good morning. Sister Dusty came in the house, and Eva. Let me move down. Wilhelmina, welcome. Teleportation. Oh yeah, imagine that, Jasmine. What if the kid in the Republic of the Congo, something, whatever, and he develops teleportation? We all gonna die. We gonna die. Have y'all seen that mutant guy? The mutant guy on the cartoon, the commercial comic. What is the movie where she can teleport? And she appears over here, and then she appears over there. You can't fight nothing like that. She appear over here, slap you in the face, you turn to fight there. She appear over there, slap you in the other side of the head. You can't fight that little kid. He can be 4 years old, and he'll beat the hell out you. She'll beat the hell out your military. He'll appear in front of the tank, stick a banana in it, appear behind the tank, stick a banana in the exhaust, and you shoot the turret, blow up, and it fart, and you can't fight. All it takes is one piece of technology made by somebody that doesn't like you, and they'll murder you. That's why I think it's important that we don't generate any more hate. We don't raise any more kids to be psychopaths. We stop these endless wars. And the only way we do that is with honesty in government. We have to stop secrecy in corporations and government. They can't have any of it. You know, yes, it's like whack-a-mole. You're not going to win. You're not going to beat a 5-year-old with teleportation technology. It's not going to happen. Joan. Hey, good morning, Joan. Let me see what you got. Let me see. What we need is to follow the Constitution. It's all in there. Everything you're saying, the people are the sovereign, not any one individual. Transparency of government, freedom of the actual press, investigative journalism, etc. The Declaration of Independence says government are instituted among men, deriving their powers from the consent of the governed. Yes, Joan, I completely agree. We got to make some updates. But I completely agree. And that's what I say all the time. Like, I'm okay with all of this collapsing. I'm okay with it. And what we need to do is not make something new, but look at where were they going with the Constitution, right? I know there's a lot of racism and genderism and stuff in there, but they were heading in the right direction, right? They got away from the king and the lords. They got away from the whole colonization mindset for a second, and they actually made a document that just said, leave people alone. That's basically what the Constitution says. It said, give people back their freedom. Let the natural world unfold as it must. I think when truth is known, the natural world does unfold as it's supposed to, in a sustainable way, the way it has billions of years. But when you control people, when you burn the Constitution, which is what they did. And by the way, Sister Joan, I'm working on mine. I'm on that consent thing. So I'm I'm trying to figure it out. There's a lot to it, like withdrawing consent. And there's a whole, my head hurts every time I think about it. I listen to, I don't know if you've seen Jessica Short and I think her boyfriend Donnell and Chris. And there's a bunch of Mary talks about it, Mary Lynn, and there's a few others that talk about it. It makes my head hurt when I, I look at, because there are a lot of legal ways you can withdraw consent. And you become a citizen of the United States of America, not the United States corporation of the whole universe, and the Constitution is applicable again. But because of Admiralty law and the United States corporation, which has been rolled out, we actually aren't subject to the Constitution, that we give them our consent to do the things they do to us, to take away our constitutional rights, which is why we lost our government, which is why our government can do anything they want to us, our children, and invade the entire planet. So I'm looking into it, Joan. It's hurting my head, though. There's a lot of studying you have to do it, because they don't make that information very obvious to how to actually withdraw your consent. Good morning, Brother Harsh. Let me see. We got Tosh. Good morning. And Ellen, I'm going down in comments. I'm speeding down fast as I can go. I'm an old guy. All right, down at the bottom. Last couple comments, I'm really done. Violence only breeds more violence. Yes, Crystal, violence only. And that's why every solution that they come up with is a violent one. Legislation is a violent solution. It's taking away your constitutional rights because somebody else wants something else. Or the government wants to give this group something, so they take away the rights of all groups, and they say, oh, it's going to work out well, and then the next year around, it flips around, the other group takes from the other group, and this is how the Constitution is just totally gone. You know, but I guess it's even worse because we even gave up our consent to have a Constitution. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Shane. Ty said impulse control. Yes, we got to have patience. Got to have peace. Got to have peace, right? You can't get excited when somebody from another tribe says something that pisses you off. You just process it. First question, they say something piss you off. Is it true? That's question number one. If they say so, is it true? Do you know? Did you do? Ty said all this. Did you do your homework? Did you study? Did you read? Did you know? Is it true? Don't get your what Ty likes to say. Ty likes to say, I can't say. You're too smart. You're smarter than I am. Likes to say, your emotions aren't a rebuttal, right? Don't get upset. Control your impulses. And how you do that? First, you accept your ignorance. Breathe in the ignorance, everybody. Suck it up. That's why I like to say we came from monkey testicles. Come on. Suck in the monkey testicles. No, don't do that. You might get a disease, a germ, something like that. But suck in the fact that we're 98% monkeys. We are. We're just monkeys. And monkeys that, not the smartest monkeys, we the dumbest monkeys. Breathe that in first, that your emotions can control you, that we don't know half as much as we think we know. Stop being know-it-alls. You can be wrong. That's number one. And I think once you accept that humility that you can actually be wrong, then your impulses control you less. You get upset about a lot less little things, you know. My personal experience was, you know, being an African-American thing. I'm not no more. I don't know what I am now. I'm just a human right now. But I've grown up, I was indoctrinated to be African-American, and I grew up African-American. And I was told I'm supposed to be a Democrat. I'm supposed to stand here and do this. And then I read the laws and I realized nobody enslaves African Americans more than the Democrats. They put them in cages. They lock them away with the crime bill. And they did it with the Republicans' help. Republicans didn't help out the African Americans either. And then as I grew up, I realized that, wow, I'm actually siding with the enemy. I am actually voting for the worst people who are going to treat me worse than than the Republicans ever even wanted to. And once I realized it, I was like, we're screwed. Did my research, did my studies, realize they did this to everybody. They did it to the Irish. They did it to the Chinese. They even the British did it to the British, like going back before the British were the British. They took over each other's self-determination. They oppressed the little tribal groups and the cultures, and it's all the colonizing mindset. And that's where I got to that point. But I think meditation is everything. Jasmine just said it. I posted a question this morning. You know, what if all of our public servants started off their day in meditation and yoga, right? What if they had a sense of self? Like, I don't think they love themselves. I don't think that you can kill people and still love yourself. I think in order to sign a bill, to send a drone, to murder people, you don't love yourself. You got a lot of hate. You either got somebody with a gun behind you, or you don't love yourself. You have no sense of self. And that's why I don't hate the politicians. I think we need to probably hug them. Now, mind you, one of them that y'all done put in jail gonna hug them with the wrong one, you're gonna slit the throat or something. But they're sick people, but they're mental patients that need to be put somewhere, right? I don't know anybody who's murdered anyone. Not that I know of, you know, certainly not in cold blood. If a politician can sign a bill to send a tank to murder people and let women get raped, and by destabilizing a society, that person is sick. That's not somebody you should be voting for. There is nobody in government that I know of right now that you should ever vote for again. You're insane. These people are nuts, you know, but they don't have any love for themselves. They don't have a sense. They didn't dropped on their head too much as babies. They didn't drink too much of the GMO crap that they're letting farm all over the world. They had too much pesticides, got in their brain. Then got too much of the aluminum that the airplanes are spraying, breathe it in their brain. Their circuit boards don't work right because all the metal up here is screwing them up. There's something wrong with them. Maybe if they started off their day with yoga, meditation, and still had the body camera, we wouldn't be here. Love is the answer. Love is totally the answer. But we got to stop putting people in government, in leadership, that have no love for themselves. Because if they have no love for themselves, they have no love for anybody. They don't care. But maybe they're not allowed to care. I don't know. Those are questions we don't know. But if they didn't have any secrecy, we would know. Maybe the way that we help out Brother Rubruck and the folks in Gaza is we get people to start looking up and realizing that, hey, maybe we don't need to kill people for oil. Maybe, look at it from a negative point of view. Maybe there's some aliens up there that might be really bad guys. They might not be so nice. And maybe they're on their way here right now. Maybe we need to stop killing people in Gaza, because maybe the kid who actually will make that tachyon beam, whose brain is orchestrated that way, maybe that's a little baby in Gaza right now. Maybe we shouldn't let Israel use a high-powered sniper rifle to shoot them. You know, maybe that's where unity comes from, is expanding our mind and thinking that everything is so much greater than what we are. Everything is so much bigger and more important than oil and minerals and coltan and land and taking things from people. I mean, my God, we live on a planet where Chiquita Banana murdered people in the Congo to steal their land to grow some freaking bananas. And Chiquita Banana is still a company. It still exists, and it still sells bananas in every grocery store all over America. Like, how sick is that? You know, we just gotta no confidence in any of it. That's how I think we fix things. I have no confidence in you as a government to rule. I have no confidence in you. And I won't have confidence in the next one. And so I'm gonna put body cameras on them to make sure they're not secretly making deals with people of a certain religion or a certain group, a sect, a political party to take somebody else's land, right? Maybe that's how we fix this, is you get people to expand their minds. All right, last couple comments. I'm going. Brother Rubruck is still here. Good morning. I'm glad you got power, brother. I didn't know you wanted to talk this morning. We could have talked this morning. We'll talk later today or tomorrow, whenever you have some time. This is no matter of color or ethnicity, but weakness of human beings. Yes, Brother Rubruck, you've always hitting it. It's a weakness of their mind. It's a weakness of their love. You know, you don't love yourself and you don't have any sort of mental strength or fortitude if you can take a tank turret and point it at a child with a rock. You're not somebody who should ever have a tank. You're somebody who needs to be in a soft room with soft padding and your hands tied around your back so you don't hurt anybody or yourself. You're a sick, sick person if you do that. Your elites need to, not us. We have no say. We have no say, Ty. I don't think we have any other say than to take their say. That's the only say I think we have. I think when we take all power of the elites, then they're just people. They're just little stupid people with nobody behind them. when people's minds expand enough to not support the elites and not be behind them for the little gifts that they give them, then I think that's how we take their say. I think we take their secrecy, and then you take their power. Because when you take their secrecy, then they can't lie to the people who support them so easily. And if they can't lie and manufacture these false realities to those people can fall away from them. And then that's how I think maybe we get some say back. 8 men. Yes, Deborah. 8 men. That's all we are. We're just 8 men. We're real creative. We drive cars now, but we're still just monkeys with sticks, and we act like it. And we got to stop acting like it. All right, that's actually it. I got to run. I appreciate you guys joining. That's what I'm thinking about. I think it's about secrecy. I think that they don't get to have any. We stop voting for them. We stop cheering them. We start acting like we are just a little species on a little planet. There's so much more out there that we just completely don't understand. Completely don't understand. Stop fighting with each other. And definitely, without a doubt, when somebody goes to China, that goes to an alien land and finds some alien gunpowder technology and decides, hey, we done found it, how we start out. We done found some gunpowder, and they come home and say, hey, I found some gunpowder. I'm going to take it to the king, and I'm going to give it to the king, and the king is going to give me some land for it. And realize that the king has never done anything good, that the answer is no. King, you can't have that technology. The aliens are always next door. There's always some new technology, and we want that technology to save each other. We don't want that technology to murder each other. And the only way that happens is we got to stop having kings and lords. We got to stop letting government have any kind of secrecy. Anyway, this is Gerard. Love y'all to death. Happy Friday. It is Happy Non-Slavery Day. Go out, have some fun this weekend. Remember what's good in life. And always keep in mind, there's a lot of people who are paying the maximum price right now. So you can go out on the weekend and see what's good in life. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.